Hello. G'day, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome in, welcome in. G'day, g'day, g'day. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hey, Brian. Hey, Zoddy. How are we doing? Welcome in. Happy day, Stan. How we doing? G'day, g'day. Oh. Hey, got coffee just in time. Hell yeah, I got my coffee too. Oh, speaking of, let's just get the mug up. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Man, I could do another Breath of Fire 3 playthrough, eh? I'm still kind of like coming down off the last one. Alright. Okay, welcome in. Hey. Hey, Renee. Ooh. Alright. Oh, you been fishing? Nice, nice. Hey, Renee. How you doing? Welcome in. A few people here before. Who we got here? Let's go back to the start. Who we got? C. Wilders. So I see Wilders before. J. Fred. Strange Dispenser. Where's your Brian Zoddy? Hat of Hits. Renee, and yeah. Hey, the usual gang. No, Grundle. Boo, Grundle. Anyway, am I right, guys? Pretty good. Now I've had a weekend. Lol, how are you guys going? I'm good, good. Had a long weekend with the kids, so yeah, Amanda was working all weekend, so I was full dad duties all weekend. But in my little downtime, when Zach went in for his sleep and Addie was like, just I don't know, playing with the toys or whatnot, I've been playing Mina the Hollower. It's this new game that came out on, I think it's out on everything, but I've been playing it on the Switch too. It's so fucking good. It is so fucking good. It is like Bloodborne meets A Link to the Past. It's so fucking good. It's cheap as shit too. It's like excuse me. It's like $19 or $23 or some nonsense like that. It's so good. Mina. So, I'll type it in chat. It's Mina the Hollower. Hello. That. It's so good. If you like the old school Zelda games, it's like that. It's so good. I thought you meant literal fishing. Oh, she's playing it. Like, she's fucking fishing this time at night. You're a dickhead, Renee. So yeah, it's so good. It's like, I think IGN never knows how to review games. They gave this game a 10. I agree with them. I actually agree with them. I believe IGN doesn't know what they're doing these days, but I think they got a rare W on this one, a very rare W. But yeah, it's it's good. It's bloody good. Hey Pez, I know plenty of people who fish at night. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know any. You don't. Yeah, but do you think Zoddy would be fishing at night? do you think Zoddy would be fishing at day? When have you heard Zoddy talk about fishing? Zoddy's pretty badass, so I wouldn't have shot me. Okay, I probably wouldn't fish. There you go. There you go, Renee. There you go. Anyway. Yeah, but what did you get up to on the weekend? Anything cool? Anything fun? Anything exciting? We got Pez's Confessions, Sunday Confessions coming up. So if you don't know what the questions are, I threw them in the announcement in Discord. I actually had two other questions. I was going to talk about Mina the Follower, but I changed it out. I actually wanted to talk more about GTA 6. And then we're going to do the Final Fantasy tier list today. So yeah, that'll be coming. But we're also live. Oh, hey everybody on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. I actually went live on YouTube earlier than I should have. Let me go live on. What it's called? Let's go live on TikTok. How could you? I know, I'm sorry. Hubby and I bought a new dining set, so I'm happy it was just built in Lazy Susan. Yeah. The dining table that has a built-in Lazy Susan. That's awesome. I'm looking at this every time I go to Bunnings, I've been looking at this hammock. And I've got nowhere to put it, but I'm like considering concreting in a pole in the backyard that I can dig out at a later date just so I can put this hammock up. But we have this huge issue with minor birds at the moment. They're so fucking bad where we live right now. So we're considering, I fucking love a good old fancy hammock. A good old fancy hammock. But how'd you feel about roleplay the other night? Did you enjoy roleplay? It was pretty funny. I feel like it was a funny night. Jack and Davo said they had a blast. And last night we played the early access or pre-beta or alpha or whatever of the gifting is suspended and live visibility restricted. Gifts are suspended to your live of 10 minutes due to reproduce content such as recordings, copy content. What the fuck? What? Oh, it's because the trailer's playing on Final Fantasy. Okay. There you go. My stream does not. Okay, there we go. Must be because I've got the Final Fantasy. Actually, let me just. Hey, everybody on TikTok. That was weird. Okay, maybe I'll put it there. That might make it better. Oh, here we go. What's up there? Amanda sent me a message. Alright, she goes, selling on Marketplace. Oh, fuck. Holy fuck, that's cool as shit. A little remote control, like, sit-in Batman car. Oh my god. How much? How much? Oh. Alright, we're doing some bartering. She's found this little electric Batman mobile that you can sit in and drive. We're thinking about getting it for Zach. Anyway, what was I saying? I was going to say something. Oh yes, Sunday Confessions. Who's ready for Sunday Confessions? Actually, before we get into it, is there anything anybody wants to talk about? Do you have any questions that you want to cover me and goo in about around anything? Oi! Binksy, what's going on? I had a funny comment about passing money between us, but I forgot it. Thank you for the money that I'm... Appeal was not approved. What the fuck? I love it. The money you're giving me is literally going to go back to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everybody give Iker a follow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, that's pretty fun. It's like when I gift subs to someone on my stream. I know they're gonna give a sub back. Oh, I was gonna message you about something. It is fucking right on Cloud's face. It is itchy like a motherfucker. Like you know what? How's this? I got discriminated against when I went and got my tattoo. Do you know what she called me? She goes, "Oh, you're looking dry." Oh. Yes, I may not have moisturized the tattoo that morning, but no, fuck, it's so... I don't know what it is. It's fucking itchy like a motherfucker. The rest of it's cool, dry as... I don't know, it just feels... I'm moisturizing the asshole out of it. I'm moisturizing the asshole out. Antihistamines? You reckon antihistamines? Yeah, I probably should. We got a bunch of... Our kids have got allergies coming out of their asshole, so we have heaps of antihistamines laying around the house. So yeah, I'll try that. But yeah, it's just like... It's still like hot. Because I'm going to be there in 10 days for the second session, so get the chest done. I'm not looking forward to it. Like on the first session chat, right? This is what Binksy said. She goes, "Wow, your pain threshold is so awesome. You're not even like hurt on the arms. You're like clearly the most toughest person I've ever seen." And then I did a backflip, and then it was like crazy. But she did my chest. Like I'm really self-conscious about my chest, like my body, and I was like standing there with no shirt on in front of her. While she's like, "What did you say?" She goes, "You said something like I've seen your nipple now." No, but when I took my shirt off, it was like I was really self-conscious, but fuck, all that self-consciousness went away as soon as that fucking needle hit my chest. Oh fuck, I'm stressing. I'm stressing about the next session because that fucking hurt. The chest hurt so much, and what made it worse, like, because I wasn't really, I don't know, I just wasn't. I think the conversations were a lot more. I was paying more attention to our conversation than what I was watching like Dr. Stone. So I was like, oh, I don't want to skim past Dr. Stone because I'm really enjoying it. So I put on like Rick and Morty, and getting my chest done while I listen to Rick and Morty is like trying to balance out the pain with laughter. I'm still a bit self-conscious about my body, but knowing from what I was to what I am now, like I'm down fucking 22 kilos as of today. I'm like so fucking hell yeah. Both of us try not to laugh. Yeah. There was the one about like the Easter bunnies. It's like someone's like, "What do you mean they had sex?" Ooh, sex is gross. Like it's the one how like there's the religious. It's like the Easter bunny came from a planet where everybody hates sex. It's like such a fucking weird episode. Nice, congrats. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I'm down, like all my like 3XL clothes are gone. I'm like down between XL and 2XL and XL at the moment. Yeah, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the process so far. Very happy with the process. All right, chat. Enough about me and my boobs. We need to discuss anything. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to talk about, now is the time. One sec. I'm gonna end TikTok because it's giving me these warnings. So I'm just gonna turn TikTok off for a second, Brian, and then we'll open it back up in a second. All right. I just came here to say I recently started Final Fantasy XIV, but due to the lack of time, I haven't been able to continue. I left right at the beginning of Stormblood, but I can tell you it's a gem. Enjoy. Oh, thank you, Massey Ellie on YouTube. I bloody appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Yeah. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Okay, yeah. We need to discuss Pez boobs more. I know. They're definitely a hoot. Yeah, so... okay, let me try to go live. Okay, go live. Okay, going live on TikTok. Going live. I don't know, let's just waiting for it to hit me with a "you've given a hateful speech" because I'm shitting on Final Fantasy 2. Alright, cool. Alright. Okay, if anybody doesn't have any questions. The poobs. Renee, that's the best one yet. That's what we can call the community, because I don't want to call my community the peasants. Or we're gonna try to peasants. Or the Pesbians. I didn't want that, but I think the poobs. I like that. I like the poobs. Peasants is funny though. Do you want to be called the peasants? Let me get on stream and go, "What up, peasants?" And then TikTok bans me. But I think the poobs. What up, poobs? Yeah, I like poobs. I vote for poobs. And do you know what? I get to say. It's all up to me anyway. Alright. Anyway. Jeez, I nearly just choked on my own fucking life. TikTok is still banned for you. What? Yeah, you're probably right. We got one viewer. How long has it been live for? A minute. Let me just see what the notification says. It kept telling me I have a bunch of rewards. We are reviewing your appeal and confirm that gifting and visibility will not, for this live, will not be restored and recommended. Okay. Alright, tell me when you can Tell me when you can. Tell me when the band's gone away. Like, so weird. All right. Anyway, okay. Enough about my pubes. We have something to talk about. And who's ready to talk about? Where are you? Yeah. Boom. Pez's Pez's Sunday Confessions. And we have the topics for today. The topics are most anticipated games of the years. Wow, what a great topic. That's a great topic. Stop killing games. Why is it so important? So if you don't know what stop killing games are, we'll talk about that in a bit. But also get a link for you to actually check it out because I think it's very important. But I also want to touch on other subjects of like game games, making games not go away. Game preservation. Video game preservation, which I'm very strongly about. And yeah, more so on that. You can send gifts. Cool. Send all the gifts, Brian. Send them all. Okay, what else have we got? And then what if GTA 6 is bad? Okay, what if GTA 6 is bad? Okay, that's an interesting topic. And then we're going to finish it off with a Final Fantasy tier list. I have a tier list with every Final Fantasy game in it. And we're taking from there. And if we do hit the sub goal of 25 subs today, you bet your butt. So chat. Okay, here's the thing. We are, okay, and I'm just saying this with confidence, all right? We are currently 97 subs away from getting to 500 subs, okay? And I have between now and midnight to hit that goal. It'll be the first time in, I want to say, quite a few months that we actually hit that for the month. So if we hit that, I'll be stoked. I'll be absolutely stoked. But 97 subs is pretty fucking hectic, okay? So you have the option to tell me to go get fucked. So we'll kind of leave it at that. Anyway, okay. So, what was I going to say? All right. So a few topics here we'll go over. Oh, there's another thing too. We have a date set. We have a date. On June 15th, we'll be starting the Final Fantasy Mega Marathon 3. The third. I haven't given it a correct name yet, but it starts June 15th. We'll be playing every mainline Final Fantasy and every spin-off title except for Final Fantasy IV, the After Years, because that game is as fun as an ingrown pubic hair on a friend of yours that you have to hear about, and they have to talk about how they've got ingrown pubic hair, and you're like, oh, I don't want to know about that. That's as fun as that game is. We're going on a date. We are going on a date. But, so lock it in. Even your favorite Final Fantasy, well, no, that's a misconception. I don't actually like Final Fantasy 2, but we will be playing Final Fantasy 2. Okay, and there will be sub-goals, wow, and rewards, and I have been talking to publishers about getting some codes for giveaways and such. And, what do you call it? And we will be working on, what am I looking at? We'll be working on, I'll be looking, if we hit certain sub-goals, I will get, like, boxes of the Final Fantasy trading card packs when we can do those for unboxings and shit like that. So, yeah, and I'm going to see if I can get some merch for some publishers too. So this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one. I have planned I've done some bit of planning on the behind the scenes, but yeah, let's go me. And by that time, I could probably too, on the 15th, I think the VV on my chest will be somewhat close to being done. I think we've probably got like 2 sessions left, 2 to potentially 3 sessions left. For the tattoos, all the tattoos done. So I might be able to show it off. You guys might all be able to see. I don't want to say it because TikTok will ban me. But the area that is located on below my chin and above my belly button, that area. I wrote on my calendar, can't wait for our big group date on June 15th. It's going to be cute. What are you girls wearing? Should we match accessories? I'm going to be wearing a traffic cone on my head and a fancy red robe that I picked up at Spotlight. All right. It's not my fucking favorite. But anyway, chat, before we get into this, is there anything anybody wants to talk about before we get in? Okay, I'm not fucking having Eris theme playing while we get into this. All right. Love it. What a vibe. Okay, is there anything anybody wants to bring up before we get in? Hey, Pairs, want to pop in before work and say I love your content? Oh, thank you. How do I pronounce your name? Ike me48, thank you. I love you too. No, actually, no, I don't love you. Sorry. I like you as a person. I don't love you, but I love the comment that you love my comment. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you have fun at work. What do you do for work? Is it a full-time profession of being awesome? Oh, boom. What a nice guy Pez is. Yes, I have something to bring up. Why is your coffee mug mirrored? There was an issue at the printers. Now I gotta get it switched. I gotta get it switched around. Actually, my whole model is inverted, but I do it this way so like when I'm looking at chat, I'm looking at the screen, but when I'm looking forward, I'm looking to the side. If I invert it, it fucks up. So that's why. So you just have to deal with it, right? OGs know why. OGs know why. A department led at a retail store. Nice. Well, congratulate you. Well, worked your way up there. Good. Department lead. Hell yeah. Is the department of being awesome. He bought it from Temu. Give him a break. What if I make if I make mugs that has the mirrored has the do you know what if I do what if I make a bunch of mugs with the mirrored coffee mug, and the only way you can read it is if you look in the mirror. Wait, it would even be back to front then too, wouldn't it? Only if they're fucking massive. Oh, I know what you mean, Renee. We used to sell, and my OG mugs were massive. If you make the mirrored mugs, they'd sell out in one day. We'll make the mirrored mugs. All right, okay. Also, we need more merch. I got to send Zoddy and Hat their shirts. It's only been 2 fucking years, but they're getting their they wish Tifa would Dolphin blow them shirts. They're coming, so don't you stress. They're just around the corner. I swear I shipped them out 7 months ago. Have you seen those mugs with and the black yeah I've seen those ones. Haha, I wish I was awesome, but thank you. No, you are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Pez plushie. I thought about the Pez plushie. So my day job is I work with content creators and like help them manage their days and whatnot. And in the past, I've helped, I won't say which content creators, but in the past, I've worked with content creators to get plushies made. And I know, I'm not saying anything negative about it. I just don't want to name drop content creators. But I've been the one that's like helped design it, get like kind of the back and forth between content creator and the designer and whatnot. It's a long process, but for me to actually make a dime on it, I would need to sell over 500 plushies. And then any ones I don't sell, I have to buy myself and then sell them myself. So let's say I put the thing in, and they make fucking what do you call it? I make 500 or whatever, and I only sell 13. Then I need to fucking spend money I don't have to buy plushies. Is this the Breath of Fire free music in the background? It is. Breath of Fire 3 is my favorite game of all time. If you put your left shoe on the wrong foot, it will be on the right foot. Fuck, that is a good point. I'm stealing that, by the way. All right, so nobody has any. If you have any Pez questions, let me know because we'll get them for the TikToks. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let's get into Pez's Sunday Confessions. All right, everybody knows the song. All right, so feel free to sing along in your own time. Okay, most anticipated games of the year. All right, so everybody, this is for you guys. Tell me what most anticipated games you have of the year. Now, obviously, the biggest one in the world is GTA 6. So that one's an obvious one. I actually had a list of all the upcoming games. But I reset my PC and I fucking lost the link. But yeah, Final Fantasy 14 Evercold, but that doesn't come out until 2027. 2027. But these were the top. What was it? The top. These are the top 10 most anticipated games of the year. What do we have? We have so Rhythm Heaven Groove. It's a Nintendo Switch game, but it's actually had quite a lot of like positive publicity behind it. Then we got Control Resonant, which is going to be coming out. I don't think they have a set date, but it is set out to come out this year. I actually had Lego Batman, but Lego Batman literally just came out. We do have Marvel's Wolverine. This is one that I haven't... The Marvel's Wolverine is a game that I actually haven't been looking at, solely because I don't want to see too much of it. I loved Wolverine as a kid, you know? And if I want it to be like... I wanted to play like Spider-Man, and I'm pretty sure Insomniac Games is making this too. So... Which gives me some reassurance that it's going to be a fucking real game, like a banger. Because Insomniac... I don't know, Insomniac made a bad game? I mean, everyone makes bad games, but have they made a bad game? Anyway, I loved all the Spider-Man games. But yeah, then we, like, 007 was the big one that which came out this year. But Fable... Okay, well, this is actually a good touch, because Fable... I don't know if anybody just saw this, but Fable, the game that we're all overly excited about, just got pushed back until 2027. So there's a big old delay there, which is pretty... Okay, I want that Rhythm Heaven game. The Rhythm Heaven game looks sick. Yeah, Fable got pushed back to 2027, which I'm not actually shocked. I'm really not shocked. The footage on it looks really good. And if a game that looks that good needs to be delayed, it has to be probably for, like, insanely good polish. So this is like one of those scenarios where a polish happens, like where a delay happens, and I'm like, oh, they've got this thing working good, but they're going overtime to make sure this is polished. And it's honestly, it's a smart idea. Launching a game 2 months before or 2 months after GTA 6 is video game suicide. Honestly, that is a window that nobody wants to be in. Nobody wants to be in that window at all. Nah, they won't delay. GTA 6 isn't getting delayed. It's locked in. It's locked in. It's on November 19th. Locked in November 19th. As someone who worked at Take-Two, well, I should say, someone who worked at 2K, which is, you know, whose parent company is Take-Two. The way they're talking, it won't be delayed. I guarantee it. I guarantee it won't be delayed. I don't have any insider information. I just know as someone who has worked there, this thing will not be delayed. But yeah. But anyway, but that comes to you guys. So what, like, I guess instead of just going, oh guys, what are your favorite games coming out? I kind of want to touch this and take it back. 2K. So I worked at 2K. It takes two. No, I worked at 2K, but the parent company of 2K is Take-Two. So when you're an employee at 2K or you're an employee at Rockstar, you're actually an employee of Take-Two. So that was that's kind of how that works there. Anyway, for a second, dude, I just saw a game on Switch called Boyfriend Dragon. Really? Oh, there you go. Also, we get a direct. We get a direction. Well, okay, another one that's exciting that's coming up this month is what do you call it? What's it fucking called? The Adventures of Elliot. So actually, let me pull up Opera, and we'll let me pull up YouTube. We'll watch some trailers. Now, if you see my video, I have actually played Adventures of Elliot. I got early hands on like 2 weeks ago. Adventures of Elliot. Okay, let me get this ready. Full game. Alright. Okay, let's watch this.
It probably isn't possible for one person to save everyone.
It's so
Maybe
beautiful.
Along the way, I'll find what I need. Hope.
The grass cutting in this game is fucking phenomenal. It's like ASMR grass cutting.
Right! Everyone's counting on us. I know you can do it, Elliot!
If you're watching on TikTok, you need to come over to Twitch.
When Elliot decides to do something, he does it. He's always been that way.
By the way, the demo's available.
You're going into battle ready to put your life on the line, aren't you? To save us all.
Will this truly transport me through time?
Are you truly willing to submit to Beastmen to make your lives easier?
Could it be that the vast magical energy was too much for them to handle?
This village is a shadow of what it once was.
Now, follow me!
Be not a prisoner of power, for those who desire it are crushed by its hand.
No matter how many times you fall, I'll be here to help you get up again!
We decided to claim a better future. I'm not going to let everyone down.
It's like we just saw the final fight then. That sounds so peaky. But yeah, so that's I got an hour hands on with that. I haven't played the demo, so I didn't want to play the demo because I wanted to I wanted to go into this game without much knowledge. But from what I played, it didn't show me any story. I got to play, like you saw in this clips, I got to like play a dungeon, a little bit of an outside area. But yeah, it was good. It was really good. So that's definitely up there. Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Trails in the Sky first chapter was good, but man, that story was boring. So fucking boring. I couldn't see the video, but the music sounded just like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yeah, sorry. If you want to watch the videos, you have to come on to Twitch. TikTok bans me if they're like, "Oh, you're showing footage that's not your own." Ban. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah. But that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Instead of like going most anticipated games of the year, let's take a step back. What was the one? This goes for everybody. When you think about all the years that you've existed on this planet, and you think about like Trails in the Sky, redheaded girl made me want to choke her out every time. Yeah, that was another. The dialogue of her was just shit. The dialogue of her was shit. But when you think about all the years you've been on this earth, and you think about like it's January, new games are coming out this year. What's the one game that you were more excited about than anything that you've ever played before in your life? Like from like so fucking excited. Hey,
that's such a tease.
Thank you so much for the bloody Prime sub. Thank you so much. Joe, let's get some love. What's the one game that you were so excited for? Now, like I remember, like there was this like really exciting window, right, when the PS5. So when GTA 5 dropped, and then the PS4 dropped, and then the Xbox Series, the Xbox One dropped. It was like this really tight timeline. It was like really good, but I think like. When was the last time that a game was coming out that you was like midnight launches, excited for it to come out, really fucking like, really like kind of moved your life around for the launch of it? Because for me, easily had to be hands down, and I was disappointed. But when Final Fantasy 15 launched, because I remember like watching the live stream. They had that 2-hour live stream with like Greg Miller and Tim Geddes, and they did that whole stage thing, like hyping the game up, and they gave away cards, showed anime, all this big fucking pre-hype for this game, which turned out to be an incomplete game. It was fucking like, I remember just that feeling, that gut feeling I had with excitement, like shaking, just like fucking could not imagine what it would be like. Could not wait to fucking play it. And then I didn't get it again until when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out. And I didn't even know, like, I remember I was working from home because, like, we're in the, like, middle of COVID. And, oh, sorry, let me get the music on. Yeah, we're in the middle of COVID. And then EB Games actually released Final Fantasy VII Remake early. And I was like, this is when I was working at 2K. I told everyone at work, like, oh, I'm not feeling very well. I'm just going to take the rest of the day off. I fucking flew up to fucking my nearest EB Games, and because they had it early, so I just bought it early, and took the rest of the day off, man. And I was like, oh man, like, and it'd been the first time in a while that I think at an older age that I sat there and like it came out on a Friday and I just gamed from, it was like 3 in the afternoon to like 5 in the morning, and then I slept for a few hours, woke up, and then just kept playing. Like, oh, so fucking, it was just like, it was peak, absolute peak. But yeah, I don't know. I think over the years I think it's an old age thing. It's like that meme where everybody says, like, when you play video games and you're 30, it's like, okay, you're finally home, time to relax, sit down, turn on a game, and then you fall asleep. That's not a joke, right? If you're not at the age of 30 and you don't know what I mean, that is a fucking thing. My family was excited for me when it came out and hooked me up to be able to really immerse myself. That's what I mean. It's like, fuck. I mean, I know at this age we're all trying to like recapture that feeling of excitement and shit that we had when we were younger, but yeah, it's definitely not here anymore. It's definitely not here anymore. But I think it's just an age thing. But you know, like back when I used to do GTA RP when like No Pixel 3.0 dropped, that was so exciting, especially because it was so exclusive to get into that server, and I had like a golden ticket to get in. It was like fucking peak. I ended up leaving my career for that fucking that server. What else was there? But yeah, but I'm always curious to hear people's, like, I love hearing people's stories. That's kind of why that's kind of like why I stream RPGs now, because I love hitting people's nostalgia and like learning about like what people feel when it comes to video games and RPGs, their first video game, the most favorite video game, and all that sort of stuff. But I still love that we get excited for games coming out. But GTA 6 will be a juggernaut. But we're going to talk about what happens if GTA 6 is a bad game. But we'll touch on that in a minute. But all right, so can I get some ones in the chat on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube? For those that know, 1 if you know, 2 if you don't know, or just yes or no. Just actually a yes or no. Yes if you know what Stop Killing Games is. No. Does anybody know what that is? I'm going to pull up the website. Right. Excuse me. Now, I think not to get Stop Killing Games to be confused with video game preservation, right? They're two different things, right? So Stop Killing Games, fucking hell, my nose. Stop Killing Games is about fighting against publishers that essentially, like, when someone buys a video game and then after a few years they just stop supporting it, and then eventually it becomes unplayable and you can't play it anymore. And some publishers kill private servers, some publishers, you know, put up private servers and they get rid of them. But it's literally all about keeping these games alive, because we do live in a day and age when you buy a video game online, you buy a digital version, you don't actually get to keep it. You know, they take your money. What you're paying for is just a license to use it, and at any time they can take it away. If you buy a brand new game that comes out and it's still a great game, the next day the publisher can just go, oh, we're turning it off now, it's done, bye. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. So there were a few things, and like this also touches on a subject that I'm really fucking passionate about. Now, I'm not a fan of pirating video games. I don't like people that pirate video games. I'm a strong believer is that if you use an emulator or ROM, you should physically own that game. You should have purchased money for that game and supported it. I don't care how long ago it came out. If you're able to purchase it, okay? Now, I won't get into, like, if someone comes at me and go, oh, but what if I don't live in an area where I can't physically buy it? Well, then, do you know what? You don't get to fucking play it. That's just it. That's just it. As someone who owns over 800 VPGs, that's it. I'm a big support. Like, I was a supporter of this before I worked in the video game industry, but when I got to work on the publishing side, it does hurt. There are a lot of people. If you take a moment to realize, like, when you steal a video game, right? When you illegally download a video game, when you play that game, look at all the credits. Look at all the names on the credits. You're essentially stealing from those people. Those people put a lot of hard work. It wasn't until I worked on when I worked on Borderlands. When I worked on Borderlands 3, and the time watching that game go from early development to launch was insane. Realizing how many moving parts there were, not just working on the game, but on the marketing, the PR, like the people that like literally like spend a great chunk of their life working on something, this incredible piece of art for somebody to put it out there, and someone just goes yoink. So, you know, like, and I understand when people, I don't want to say I understand, but when someone comes to me, they go, oh, you know, well, you know, I can't digitally purchase this game anymore, so I gotta bloody do this, blah, 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 blah. Now this is where we need to find, you know, and I think it's like, oh, I can't digitally purchase it anymore, so I had to do this. I'm like, well, no, you don't get to play it then. That's just it. That's my mindset, is that's just it. You don't get to play it. But you should, but here's the thing. You should be able to play it, okay? Now, this is where I step in with the video game preservations. I feel like video games preservations are incredibly important. Now, I want to paint a scenario for you, chat, and paint is actually an important word when I say this. When somebody paints, you know, let's go back like 200 years, someone does this a beautiful portrait of like some woman sitting on a bench and she's given a thumbs up and whatever she's doing. And it's this beautiful painting. And then because it's like multiple years old, it's like created by a famous painter and it's worth millions of dollars, you know, and like people, it's so famous, people try to make knockoff replicas of it or whatever. And like, you know, and like, it's not just like, you know, it's history. It's like, it's a piece of the past, whatnot. Now let's go to video games, right? A painting, someone paints it. One person paints it, right? And it's credible. I'm not devaluing it in any way. But then you've got a video game. Let's say, okay, yeah, I got a good one for you. Let's say Shadow Hearts. All right, if anybody here, I'll say a bit more of a popular game. Let's say, let's use Final Fantasy VII for example. Okay. Let's imagine that Final Fantasy VII, the game that came out in 1997, was no longer available on any digital platform. Okay, it literally just came out on the PS1 and then done. It's gone. All right. And some people are like, oh, it's just a video game, whatever. No, it's not just a video game. It is literally a piece of art. It is a piece of video game history. Multiple people with creative ideas, creative concepts, things that like literally shaped the industry or inspired other people to go off and make other video games. Why can't they be protected? Okay. Because I would easily say, like, I'm not shitting on the Mona Lisa, but I feel like I've been inspired by, you know, Crash Bandicoot than I have been more about than bloody about Mona Lisa. So not shitting on the artwork, but I'm just saying, like, when games that come out, like Shadow Hearts, for example, I think Shadow Hearts is one of like the greatest stories in a video game, like of the PlayStation 2 era. But that game is not available anywhere anymore. It's just gone. If you have a PS2, you can play it, but you got to find a good copy of it. And those copies that exist probably aren't in the best condition. Like, you'll be lucky to find a good condition out there. I'm not, you know, a lot of people look after their discs, but a lot of people don't. And yeah, you're lucky to find it in a garage sale. Now, people are saying games are too expensive. I'm just going to that's it. I was thinking about Baldur's Gate 3. Could you imagine Baldur's Gate 3? Imagine if Baldur's Gate 3 just wasn't accessible in like 20 years. A game that literally is still to this day, even though it's only a few years old, but it's probably one of the greatest video games ever made. So that's in video game preservation. So if we can go to these efforts to like do and like the video game industry is one of the biggest industry, like money making industries in the world, you know. And I'm not saying the art industry isn't booming, but I'm just in my mind, you know, if we put this effort into like protecting a lot of the arts, I feel like we can put a lot of effort into protecting video games, especially. And now with the rise of AI, you know, I feel like we have to be very protective of a lot of our stuff because all this AI slop is going to overshadow like a lot of the great works we've had over the years. So, yeah, I feel like video game preservation is a very important thing to a lot of people. And a lot of people in this, everybody will say, "Oh, I've been a gamer my whole life, you know, I love video games. It means a lot to me." Not devaluing it. But a lot of people say the same thing. So why don't we all get together and do something like that? But then let's pull it back to stop killing video games. This is in a similar sense, but stop killing. So the website Stop Killing Video Games, and I'm going to throw it in Twitch chat just now. If you're on TikTok, you want to jump over to Twitch, you can see it. So if you want to learn more about it, go to stopkillinggames.com. So this is pretty much the header here. They kill games, we fight back. Publishers are permanently destroying video games you've paid for. An increasing number of games are sold as goods, but designed to be completely unplayable for everybody as soon as the support ends. We're demanding legislation that puts an end to this practice, which is very important. Now, I feel like when I first got online, right? I wouldn't say my first online game, but when I got my PS3, right? My first ever online game that I really kind of got into and played was Age of Empires 2. I did that on my PC, but that was like kind of a little casual thing here. But when the PS3 came out, I fucking loved Resistance Fall of Man. Now, if you don't know what Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance was like an FPS game. It was one of the launch titles for the PS3, and it was incredible, absolutely incredible. But it is easily, hands down, like one of the best shooters I had ever played. It's a great story, whatever. But then the online servers didn't really last that long. I think the online servers only stayed up for like 4 years. Could be a bit longer than that, I don't know. But it was impossible. Every now and then, sometimes they brought the servers back, like, oh, but the servers are going back online for another da-da-da. But they were just gone. And this is like early days of online, so like there wasn't any servers kind of. I think servers might exist. But I think it's kind of shitty when publishers take games offline and then they try to shut down private servers, you know? But what I do love is when some publishers see, you know, private servers go up or modded servers, and sometimes they shut it down, they steal their idea and use it for their own. Or, in this case, and I think this is a wonderful case, and this is so much far off topic, but when the DayZ mod came out for Arma 3, you know, everybody, like, nobody ever played Arma. No one really fucking knew what Arma was, like, on the kind of mainstream, but if you knew what Arma was, you were fucking in Arma. But Arma... Oh!
That's such a tease.
Thank you so much, Varch, for the 16 months. Thank you so much, my lady. What was I going to say? Yeah. But then, so with the Arma, so someone made this mod for Arma called DayZ, which was like a zombie survival mod. And then eventually they got hired by the team, and they went off. Well, they worked with the team. And they made their own standalone game called DayZ, and that was like a huge success. I think another case goes for what do you call it? What do you call it? Fucking something I was bringing up. Elden Ring. I could be wrong about this, but I heard that the dude who made the seamless co-op mod for Elden Ring got hired to work with FromSoft and helped make Night Rain. So yeah. All right, sorry, I got some questions coming. Sorry, let me do. Okay. Multi Ticklish. Had this debate with a friend recently. No, so here we go. I can turn this one into a TikTok. Okay, we got a question in from Malt Ticklish. They ask, had this debate with a friend recently. Sorry, my mouth's dry as shit. Had this debate recently with a friend. Fucking hell, I'm just all over the place. Had this debate with a friend recently. Who has your favorite suit of summons? Final Fantasy 9 or Final Fantasy 10? Easily Final Fantasy 10. Final Fantasy 9 summons look fucking dumb, right? They look incredible in the cutscenes. Like when you see Odin come down and he splits that fucking tree in half, you're like, holy shit, I want to get a job as a fucking bloody lumberjack, you know, because how much he fucks that tree up. And then that fight between Kuja and Bahamut when they're going near the Eiffel tree, or then when Bahamut fights Alexandra, it's just sick. But when it comes down to like design, like you look at Ifrit, like when you look at Ifrit in Final Fantasy IX, he looks like he chases cars for a living. But then you look at Ifrit in Final Fantasy X, he's just got this like savage, like feral look about him. But he also looks like he looks after his body, but like he's also trying to watch his like fat levels. So he's like that kind of jacked, but you don't see any like level of fat on him. So you know that dude's like counting calories. So I just feel like Final Fantasy X's designs, especially Shiva in Final Fantasy X, fucking incredible. But not that I'd ever look at it, but Shiva in Final Fantasy IX, when you summon her, she comes up and she does this little spin, and honestly, she's got a bit of a booty on her, I can say that. But Final Fantasy X, hands down. Final Fantasy X, hands down. She's so cunty. What the fuck? Anyway, okay, where we at? Most anticipated for me. Sorry, we had a question in from. Have a question in from Peach Material. Most anticipated for me, Dragon Quest VIII remake. Wait, have they announced Dragon Quest VIII remake yet? SKG important. GTA 6 is instantly bad because CEOs are in Epstein files. Have they actually said they're in Epstein files? 8, 10, 7, 15, Doja Service, Crisis Core, 16, 14, 5, 4, 3, 12, 2. Wait, what? Are you... What are you... oh, no. I think you misunderstand what we're doing here. Okay. I was like, we're talking about most anticipated games of this year. Okay. And you're going over there. Okay. I think it's important. Oh, okay. You've tried to answer everything at once. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Now, all right, where are we at? What else we got? If Final Fantasy VII never existed, which other Final Fantasy do you think... Oh, wait. Ooh, that's a good one. We got Scrappy Hee Hee. Oh, Scrappy Hee Hee had a good question last time. Where is it? Here we go. We have a question in from Scat. Sorry, we have a question in from Scrap. Fucking hell. Where's my coffee? Did I drink it all? I drank it all. I'm gonna have a drink of water. If Final Fantasy VII never existed, which other Final Fantasy do you think could take its spot or potentially replace it as the face of the franchise? That's a good question. That's probably one of the best questions we've ever had. Thank you for asking that question. If Final Fantasy VII never existed, easily Final Fantasy X would be the face of the franchise. I would argue that Final Fantasy X is just millimeters behind Final Fantasy VII as the face of the franchise. I always feel that Final Fantasy X is... I always feel like Final Fantasy X is the best entry point for anybody in Final Fantasy, in the world of Final Fantasy. If you're ever looking to get into RPGs, even if it's not Final Fantasy X is the perfect entry. I'm not saying it's the best Final Fantasy. I think hands down it is overall just a great starting point for everybody. Final Fantasy X doesn't have a good villain though. I think I didn't like the villain in Final Fantasy. I didn't like Yu Yevon at the start, but when you finish Final Fantasy X and you go back and you learn more about Yu Yevon, and you realize oh, Yu Yevon's just somebody, like a dude who existed a long time ago. Now he's just kind of like mindless. it's because of you, Yevon, that all this actually happened. You know, well, to be honest, it's actually because of Bevel that all this happened. Like, I can go over the whole finer details about it, but I've got a video up there. If you want to know why you, Yevon, turned the way he did, it's because Bevel enslaved the Badol, and the Badol created the Machina, which overpowered Zanakin. So you, Yevon, had the bright idea. It's like, oh, everybody, why don't you all just turn to stone, and I'll use you to make myself immortal. And then he told his daughter to lie about it, and then when Bevel showed up to Zanakin, Yunalesca's like, oh yeah, no, that's sin. Yeah, because you guys were naughty. Yeah, he arrived. He fucked everybody up. You know, and so you guys need to let me, you know, cast a final summon to defeat him and base a religion around it. So that way, and Bevel are like, oh, sick, say less. And then Yunalesca realizes, like, oh, okay, so once... Then she's like, this is how I keep my dad alive forever. Like, literally, we just keep sacrificing summoners for him to then get new armor for Sin after so X amount of years. Like, yeah. It's like Bevel and you, Yevon, are pieces of shit. And honestly, it's such a clever plan. It makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. Okay. Where are we at? Would you we have a question in from Multitask. Multi-Ticklish asks, would you consider Final Fantasy X's Tidus story or Yuna's? While we follow Tidus, the whole story is all about Yuna and her decision. Yes, I would say it is about her, but, excuse me. I would say the story is about her, but it really, realistically is about Tidus. So the story goes about Tidus showing up and then being part of Yuna's story about, you know, her going off to sacrifice herself to sacrifice herself to defeat Sin. But the roles actually change when you get to Zanakin. When you learn what happens, it goes from a story about having to sacrifice Yuna to her going, no, I'm not going to die. We're going to find another way. Then it goes about a story about sacrificing Tidus. Tidus knows that he's going to die. After the events at Zanakin, it goes about him going to die. So the idea would say it's ultimately between the both of them. Because Final Fantasy X was always meant to be. Final Fantasy X was always meant to be about two individuals. Back when it was a game called 17. So. Yevon really isn't a big bad. He's just the final boss. Yevon, as a belief system, is the big... Yeah, but Yevon put that system into place. So, that's where you could say, yeah. But then when they defeat Yevon, the whole thing collapses. So I would say Yevon is the big bad. So, but anyway, alright. So thank you for the questions. Alright, so let's move on to the next topic. GTA 6. GTA 6. Alright. Alright, GTA 6. Now, we all got to realize how big of a game GTA 6 is. Alright? We all understand GTA 6 is potentially one of the biggest games, the biggest pieces of media to ever exist. It will make more money. It will make more money than the whole... I reckon it will probably make more money than the whole Avengers... What do you call it? The Infinity Stone, the Infinity War franchise altogether. This game will be the biggest piece of media ever. And I don't know what they said before. I don't know what they said before. Bloody what'd you call it? How much? Let me pull up. How much? How much is it in defense? How much? Okay, So I think these are just claims, but so the claims were that does anyone know where the 2 billion claim for GTA 6 came from? So, but there is a claim that it has a budget of $2 billion. All right. So how many okay. It will need to sell... How many copies will it need to sell? It will need to sell 1.2 million. No, that can't be right. Yeah, it'll need to sell 1.2 million copies to break even. No, that can't be right. Is that right? I think it will do it easily. I think it would absolutely do it easily. But here's the thing, all right? Now, I just want to say, for those that know, I have worked. When I worked at 2K, I was an employee of Take-Two, all right? I've actually got to sit across the table and have a conversation with Strauss Zelnick himself, so it was very lovely. It was really. He actually had a really good book. He had a really good book. What do you call it? It was. I think it was called Ageless. If you met that dude is fit. That dude is fit. That dude exercises a lot. When we were during COVID, he used to get on like Zoom calls with everybody. And like with the whole company, and we'd all like everybody would like work out at home, do exercise and stuff. I loved it. It was so good. But yeah, no, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. He was a really lovely dude with his shirt. No, he didn't have his shirt off. Yeah, we used to the whole company would get on these calls. But I remember I got to meet him. I was really nervous when I first met him. He came to the Sydney office, and yeah, we had like a nice one-on-one chat with him. We had some lunch, and he was really nice. He was really nice. It was a really nice dude. Very, very wise. Again, if GTA 6 flops, it will break Rockstar player base in half for here's the thing. I haven't worked for the company for a few years. I have no insight on anything like this. I worked for 2K, not Rockstar, so everything I say here is just solely what I think from what we've seen in the last 2 years of like whenever that trailer came out. I think if GTA 6 comes out and it is a broken game, it's not fun, people don't like it, the mechanics are bad, which I don't think it will be. I think the game will come out very polished. If it's not fully polished, I don't think it'll be. GTA 5 and GTA 4, they weren't exactly pristine when they came out. But for a game that costs $2 billion, I think it could be a case where... Does everybody remember the video game crash? The Atari video game crash with the ET video game? I think it will be that, but times 10. It will... No, but then again... No, actually, I'll take that back. I don't think it would. I don't think it would crush the industry. I reckon it would crush that franchise. But GTA 5 is still a fucking 10 out of 10 game. Because, nearly everybody in the world plays video games. Everybody in the world plays video games, or those that have access to them. So if they don't play it, then they'll go off and play something else, If the game comes out, it's really bad, then word of mouth will spread like wildfire and people won't play it, But I do think Here's what I think will happen if GTA 6 doesn't succeed. It doesn't come out and it's not a good game. I think obviously Rockstar will take a massive hit. I think Rockstar will take a massive hit. Take-Two will take a massive hit. I feel like the damage it will do, like its reception, will actually hold up, because if Cyberpunk could come back, GTA 6 could come back. And it's a franchise that people are, even though like you get a lot of people that, I would say a lot of smooth-brained people that go, oh, why is it delayed? They said it would come out. Just release it already. But those people that don't understand that a delay is a good thing. All right? A delay is them saying, hey, this needs some more time. All right? Do you want to cook? Do you want to eat a pie that's cold in the middle? You want to eat a pie that's not fully cooked through? No, you want a fucking good pie. You can hold off. You're not and here's the thing, you're not starved for video games, all right? There's still content coming out for GTA 5, but I don't think the game will come out bad, all right? I think these delays are good. The confidence that are coming out is good. I think GTA 6. I think GTA 6 will be a banger. Is GTA 6 going to be $70 USD? Here's the thing. If I got told that GTA 6 was 100 USD, I would be like, yeah, bloody oath. That's probably right. You know what? That probably makes sense. Because if we look at GTA 5 and how much, like, honestly, you think about, like, I don't like rising prices, and I'm not saying they should charge more, but if they charged $100 for it, I wouldn't go, oh man, I don't know. I'd be like, oh, fair enough. What am I going to do? Not play GTA 6? Like, oh. If it's something that doesn't it need to sell 28 million copies for it to... Wait, what did I say? I said like 1.2. Probably. Let me have a look at it. Let me give me a calculator. Okay, let me get my calculator out. So, calculator. Okay. How many zeros are in a billion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Divided by 70 equals... Alright, so they'll need to sell... Yeah, so 28 million copies. 28 million copies. Essentially. For them to break even. How many copies... how many copies of GTA 5 have been sold? Okay, it's estimated that GTA 5 sales have reached 210 million copies. That is incredibly fucking believable. That is insanely believable. And do you know what? Okay, what's the highest selling games? Highest selling games of all time. Let's have a look. Okay. I think Tetris... Yeah, I was going to say, I think Tetris is up there. So Tetris has sold 520 million copies. Minecraft has sold 350 million copies. GTA 5 has sold 230 million copies. Red Dead Redemption 2 is in fourth place at 83 million. So there is like 150 million gap. 150 million gap between GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption. Then it goes to Wii Sports. And then you think like Tetris was actually part of the launch for like Tetris as a series was part of like I mean go watch the what do you call it? Go watch the Tetris movie, but it was a launch game with the Game Boy. Wii Sports is it was a 82.9 million. Then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was at 79 million. Holy fuck. Then it goes PUBG at 75, Terraria at 70 million. Then The Witcher at 65 million. Super Mario Bros, the OG one, at 58 million. I thought that would have been higher. Then number 10 is Human Fall Flat. Are you fucking serious? Multiplayer. I didn't know that. Holy shit. I didn't know Human Fall Flat would be so high up there. It's a great game. But how far down do we have to go till we get to a Final Fantasy? Alright. Shit, it's not even in the top 50. Fuck no. Fucking Elden Ring's in there. Jeez, I'm playing the wrong series. Jesus Christ. I thought Pokemon would be higher. Where's Pokemon? Pokemon has to be up pretty high, right? Here we go. Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow is at 15th spot at 47 million. Fuck, it's Cyberpunk in there and not a Final Fantasy. Okay, I need the top 100. Top 100. Top 100 selling games of all time. Yeah. Okay, above 50. All right, okay. Okay. It doesn't actually tell me how many. Alright, so, what is it? Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, so they clumped them all together. And that is in at 56. 56 spot. And then we go down to Final Fantasy 14, which is at 67. And then... oh, that's it. Yeah, that's the only two. I thought Final Fantasy 15 would have been in there. Because Final Fantasy 15 sold really well. And Baldur's Gate. Yeah, Baldur's Gate made in it. Baldur's Gate 3 made in there. But if we go... Okay, so if we go to single platform sales, so on their own platform, Nintendo Wii Sports is at number 1. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is at number 2. And then PUBG is number 3. But we go down to... And Final Fantasy is not even in the top 40. Gross revenue. Oh, here we go. All right, this is cool. Gross revenue. Okay, this is cool. All right, gross revenue. Oh wait, no, that was the sales number. Yeah. So wait, what was it? Final Fantasy. So in total, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Rebirth, and the OG have sold. Was it 26 million copies worldwide? Which is still isn't a small feat. You know, isn't a small feat. I think you explained earlier. But sorry, I haven't been reading. Hey, Pez. Hey, everyone. Hey, mostly Bad Fly. Hey, welcome in. Okay. Okay. Franchises. Okay. So grossing revenue. All right. Oh no, this is grossing revenue. Holy fuck. Okay. Where's the Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy 14. Okay. Final Fantasy 14 comes in at 40th at $4.3 billion inflated. $4.3 billion. It's really fun. Wait, that doesn't make sense. All right. And then the next one is Final Fantasy VII at $3.7 billion, which is pretty wild. And then we have, Final Fantasy. Oh, Final Fantasy 11's made it into it. No, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 is at 2.7 billion, and then Final Fantasy 11 is at 2.2 billion. Yeah, interesting. Huh. But yeah, but I think I think the video game industry will take a massive hit. But I don't think that it will be I feel like the industry is so ingrained into the culture of the world right now that even the biggest game in the world, could not collapse the industry. I feel like the industry is definitely held up. There's too much. I feel like our attention span. Thank you, Brian. I feel like our attention span is so short right now that let's say GTA 6 comes out and it fails, we'll be over it in like a month and we'll move on to the next thing, you know? So yeah, there'll be like a TikTok drama or a celebrity divorce and they'll be over it. Because I mean, look at the war in Ukraine, right? That war in Ukraine was like absolutely awful. We're seeing all these horrible imageries of like what was going on over there. But then fucking Johnny Depp and Amanda Heard, you know, they got a divorce and they went to their court case, and you didn't hear anything about the war in Iraq. Oh, not war in Iraq, so you didn't hear about the war in Iran. No, fucking war in Iran. What's fucking war in Ukraine? You didn't hear about the war in Ukraine anymore. It was all about Johnny Depp, and Amber Heard. All that shit. You know, so that's our attention spans, you know. Anyway, that's it for Pez's Sunday Confessions, but we're not done yet. No, we're not done yet. No, sirree, Bob. We do have one thing left. And it is Final Fantasy Confessions. I mean, Final Fantasy... I can't get anything right today. It's our tier list. It's going to be our tier list. All right, let me get this right. Let me just get everything ready for it. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Alright, here it is. Okay, I can't oh no, I can crop it. There we go. Hang on, I just want to get all this like gross ad shit out of the way. Alright. Okay, I'll put this here. Alright, I'll put my model over here. Mia. Alright. Alright, if you're watching on TikTok, let me... oh, alright. So I'm fixing it up for you, TikTok, so you guys get it too. Alright, cool. Alright, you got that? See it? Alright, cool. Alright. Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy top tier time. Alright, so I have every Final Fantasy that released in from the beginning of... There are some that aren't in here, but this is the best tier list thing I can find, alright? So our categories are the best. We just have the best, alright? Actually, can I move this over here and will it be okay? Yeah, okay. So we have the best. Right, there's only one game's gonna go in there, right? Then we have perfect. These are Final Fantasy games that are perfect. Then we have Final Fantasy games that are good. Then we have Final Fantasy games that you'll probably only play once, but yeah. Then we just have bad Final Fantasy games. Then we have a list that is games you have not played, and then you have a tier list down the bottom for Final Fantasy 2. All right. We'll discuss about the Final Fantasy 2 ones. All right. So, I guess now we'll go over to, let me just pull this up. No, I guess we'll just go over, we'll start from the start. Final Fantasy 1. The Final Fantasy that started it all. Where does it sit? Is it the best? No, it's not the best. Is it perfect? Oh, I don't know. I mean, for a game, you think about for a game that came out and literally started a franchise that like created all this, and you think about all the people and all the jobs, all the fan fiction, all the Rule 34 artists, you know, all the people that got tattoos, people that built a career around Final Fantasy content creation, people that play Final Fantasy to escape the harsh reality. I would say it's pretty good. I would say it's good. I would say it's pretty good in the world. Alright, we'll have Final Fantasy 2, but we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that in a bit. Did you just describe yourself? Maybe I did. Okay, so let's go to Final Fantasy 3. So, has anybody here played Final Fantasy 3? Final Fantasy 3 is the first game, is the first Final Fantasy where we see... Like, you do see somewhat of a job system in Final Fantasy 1, but this is the first time we see Final Fantasy 3. Like, we see the job system, and I would say that it's definitely a game that when you play it once, you've played it. Like, it's not a bad game, but you'll play it once, you're like, whoa, that was okay. Like, I am never itching to go play Final Fantasy 3. The story's like, okay. You know, the fights are like really good, they're okay. You know, but you wouldn't go out of your way to play it again. I'll tell you that for free. Alright, Final Fantasy 4. Alright, so this is where storytelling has never existed before Final Fantasy 4. If you talk to any Final Fantasy fan, you know, one, they're starved of, like, anyone that likes Final Fantasy doesn't have what is it? They don't know that anything else exists outside of Final Fantasy. So when Final Fantasy 4 came along and it had a story and it was good, people really liked it. Now, I wouldn't say it's perfect, all right? Now, if it was me, chat, I would put it here. Because the thing with Final Fantasy 4 is, it is a good game, but it is also, it also stems to being one of the only Final Fantasies that you really don't have any choice. You don't have any, like, the choice you have is to maybe do a bit of grinding before you progress the story. Final Fantasy 4, in the original Final Fantasy 4, you didn't get to, like, pick your character design. You didn't. I mean, you didn't get to pick your character classes. You didn't get to pick who was in your party. You just got given who you had, and that was it. But it is a good game. All right, it is a good game. I can't let that one small thing define it, but it is a good game. Okay, we got Mystic Quest. All right, I'm not. Mystic Quest is. I would put Mystic Quest in. Just straight up in. You'll play it once. They're okay games. They're not bad, but they're. I would just put them there. Okay, you wouldn't. I don't think you can. I don't think you. It's not good. It's not bad. All right, let's go put. So now it's not missing. What am I looking at? Wait, what the fuck am I looking at? What was it? What was it? Oh, Adventure. No, that's bad. No, that's a bad Final Fantasy. Whoa, ew. Sorry. Well, then we know where Mystic Quest is going to sit. You'll play it once. All right, Final Fantasy 4. All right, Final Fantasy 5. Final Fantasy 5 is good. There's no other way to put it. It's not perfect, but it's rimming. It's rimming. It's rimming between good and perfect. But the job system is so polished. The replayability in this game is insane because just how much just the time, if you don't want to grind it, you get a good class. Sorry, you get a good playthrough by getting locking in 3 to 4 good classes per character, but it is a good game. The only downside of it is the story doesn't really kind of pick up until halfway through the game. The story's there, but it's just oh, where do we go? Let's go over here. Oh, where do we go? Let's go over there. It wasn't until I know you kind of I would say until the water temple, the shit actually starts picking up. Hey, Watson, how you going? Welcome in. All right, Final Fantasy VI. Now, this is perfect. It is a perfect Final Fantasy, all right? It's not the best, all right? But there's an argument to be had there. I would even say it's very close to being the best. But it is perfect, all right? It is got every character in that game is well polished. They're no one kind of falls behind. No one gets overshadowed by other characters. I would say there are some overshadowing with Celeste, Terra, Locke, and even Shadow to some extent. And then Kefka obviously overshadows the whole party. But this game is perfect. It is a good story contained. It has a lot of replayability. It has a lot of extra side content. Not heaps, but it has a lot of side content. And there's a lot of lore there that you can go look for and you kind of piece together. There's actually they did put a lot of thought into character names, reasons. But yeah, now Final Fantasy VII, it is a perfect Final Fantasy game. It is perfect. Now I'm driven by nostalgia, but it is definitely up there as one of the greatest video games of all time. But it's not the best. It is not the best. The downside of Final Fantasy VII, it is the the OG Final Fantasy VII that came out on the PS1 in 1997, is that it is hands down the ugliest Final Fantasy game. It has aged incredibly poorly. But then thankfully we have the modding community. But we're not talking about modding communities. We're not talking about the weird, stupid 2013 kind of remaster version. But it is perfect. It is perfect in every way, but it's not the best, all right? Just putting it out. It's just putting it out there, all right? But anyway, if you don't like what I'm saying, it sucks for you. All right. Final Fantasy Tactics. Wait, what do we got? Do we have... I'm going to leave Final Fantasy Tactics and come back to you. All right, Chocobo Dungeon 1. All right, Chocobo Dungeon 1, I have played it. It is a game that you play once, but it's a fun little game. It is a fun little game. I'm going to put Chocobo Dungeon 2 and Chocobo... Oh, no, actually, I have played... Chocobo Racing is actually really good. Chocobo Racing is... oh god. So my friend had it, and he had a fucking... He had one of those chipped PlayStations. He had a knockoff copy. It was good. It's a fun little racing game. It was just a fun racing game. It was good. It was good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't shit. It was just good. Easily, hands down, such a fucking fun game. Final Fantasy VIII. Now this is how we divide a community. Is Final Fantasy VIII perfect, or is it just good? Where would you put it? Now, Final Fantasy VIII... Now, here's the reason. Now, yeah, that's right. You either love it or hate it, right? Final Fantasy VIII is perfect at what it did, all right? The junction system, if people don't... Here's the thing. Final Fantasy VIII, if you don't like Final Fantasy VIII, and this is going to hurt you, and I'm going to say it, and you're probably going to lose followers from this, but if you don't like Final Fantasy VIII, it's simply because you were too stupid to understand how the junction system worked, all right? The junction system, once you understand it, that game is so fucking easy and actually fun. But the problem is, once you understand the junction system, you've already beaten the game. Like, you could, the moment the junction system clicks for you, turn the game off, you've already beaten Ultimecia. That's it. But story, characters, world building, the lore, the gameplay, triple triad, game's perfect. Honestly, for what that game set out to be, it's perfect. It's perfect. But if people don't understand it, if people don't like it, it's because they don't understand it. That's simply it. That's simply it. The junction system's broken, but one issue in it doesn't fucking make it not perfect. It's perfect for what it set out to be. Final Fantasy IX. Now, there is a... Oh, where does this go? Where does this go? Does it go here? Does it go there? Does it go here? Does it go there? Does it go here? It's perfect. Final Fantasy IX is perfect. It's aged so well. The music's great. The characters... I don't like the character designs. I fucking hate the character designs. I think they all look stupid. But the reason they look that way is because Sakaguchi wanted them to look like 3D versions of what the characters looked like in Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With the big-ass heads and shit. So yeah, Final Fantasy IX is easily, like... It's a perfect Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy X! Is it the best? Is it perfect? Now, chat, I ask everybody this for you. What do you want? Now, I want everybody to tell me this, and I will wait until you guys answer this. Is Final Fantasy... When you get an RPG, right? What are the most important things in an RPG? Give me 3 things in an RPG. Actually, sorry, give me 5 things. 5 things in an RPG. Alright. Story. Unique classes. What else we got? There's only going to be one best. Story, characters, music, world, battle system. Alright, okay, this thing's important to you. Leveling system. The combat is obviously one. The combat's obviously one. Combat's world building, yeah. Side content, yeah. Story and characters, yeah. So we're seeing a lot of things here. So we could easily say, you know, the story's important, the characters are important. The world, the battle system, side content, leveling system, great story, characters, endgame, good atmosphere, world development, likable characters, weapon progression. Okay. Now, tell me this, chat. What is for those that love Final Fantasy X, what are some of the weaknesses of Final Fantasy X? Now, remember, this is my tier list, so, you know, I'm not saying you're wrong or right. This is my tier list. I respect. If you love Final Fantasy II and you think it's the best one ever, fucking say less. Okay. What would you say voice acting? A lot of people shit on the voice acting. I like the voice acting. For its time, in the year 2000, you know, I think they did good. And if you learn about how they had to do the voice acting because of the translation stuff, they had to like try to match the lips on the characters and try to make it work, and then try to make the translated over. It was very difficult. I do wish Blitzball had a sim to end option because it does drag, especially when you're trying to get world champion. All right, my issues with this game are is that it's incredibly linear, but it's, you know, I don't mind that it's on rails. It's actually a really good story. It's on rails, but it's too linear for an RPG. Oh, sorry, it's too linear for an RPG. All right. I feel like it's too linear for an RPG, especially a Final Fantasy game. A Final Fantasy game that spans so much. It has one of the best stories ever created in a Final Fantasy game. It's got likable characters. You know, I think there's only one character in Final Fantasy X that I don't like, and it's Brother. Like, I don't know why we're all like, kind of like, oh yeah, Brother's cool. No, he's trying to fuck his cousin. and then in like 13.2, in 10.2, he's like low key like trying to rub up on his sister. Like it's weird. Side characters a bit under development. Yeah, it's like, but it's hard to kind of get like. I feel like if Final Fantasy X was more open world, like it was in like you know, every other Final Fantasy, and you had abilities to go back and see more people, and like, even though you can like, you know, you can just teleport to towns, but you know, it felt like it was very restricted on freedom. But I also believe they're probably like restricted for like maybe console limitations. But I feel like there are like, I feel like the weapon system was a bit The battles were good. It's one of the most basic RPGs in time when it comes down to turn-based. But I think the sphere grid, is dumb. I don't like the sphere grid because at the end of if you go through the whole sphere grid with every character, everybody ends up the same. The only thing that defines them are their overdrives. And who becomes the most OP character ever? It's either Yuna or Waka. Like that's it like there. Then Lulu is practically useless. Kamari is fucking useless. Orin is awesome through the game, but like endgame, he's like probably the third worst. You know, it really comes down to like it's Yuna, Waka, Tidus, and Riku. Like those are they're like the only useful characters when you're trying to do endgame shit. But no character should be useless like when you're doing endgame. I feel like the sphere grid, as like try to innovative as it is, it really was just leveling system on rails, you know, which most other RPGs are, but the customization of it was practically useless by the end of it. But then saying, but then saying like, you know, other RPGs don't do that. Like Final Fantasy VII, you know, the materia system does the same thing, and what defines them is their limit breaks. But Final Fantasy VII didn't have the depth of that, like, story. But I mean, the depth of like the, you know, end game. But anyway, I feel like because of the sphere grid, that's what lets it down for me. And then wasn't sure on the summons being playable in battle. It was cool, but yeah, yeah. All right, Final Fantasy. I have played Final Fantasy XI. I'm gonna put it in the only played once. I don't feel like I got bored of it when I played it, but yeah, but I also played it on kind of a shit system. Okay, what have we got? We got Final Fantasy Origins. So, okay, this has Final Fantasy 1 in it, but it also has Final Fantasy 2 in it. So we put Final Fantasy 2 there. We put Final Fantasy 2 in the Final Fantasy 2 category because it's Final Fantasy 2. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14. Oh no, this is the DLC. Yeah, I'll put that there. Okay, Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. Now I have played this. This is good. Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced is good. It's not bad. It's not only play once. It is good. It's a good... Any strategy game is good. Why is Final Fantasy 2 so bad? How long do you have, my friend? How long do you have? Alright. Okay, where are we at now? Crystal Chronicles. Alright. I have not... Okay, I say I've played every Final Fantasy game. When someone asked me if I played Crystal Chronicles, I lied. I haven't actually played Crystal Chronicles. Has anybody here played Crystal Chronicles? If so, let me know. Alright. Alright, everybody. Now the big debate. Final Fantasy X-2. Now, I'm gonna let you all know, right? I have a special place in my heart for Final Fantasy X-2 because when I got my very first job was the week that this game came out. And I bought it with my first paycheck. And while I was a bit disappointed when I got in and it was just straight up, you know, J-pop, and it felt like Final Fantasy X-2 makes me wish that Sin came back. It felt like in Final Fantasy X, you know, everybody's like the world's not really divided, even though the Albed are kind of like shunned and the Crusaders are kind of just like they're not really they're like excommunicated from the church. They're also like an arm of Yevon. But everybody in Spira was kind of like, you know, forced. They were brought together against a common enemy. But when you defeat Yevon and Sin and whatnot, in Final Fantasy X-2, everybody gets divided, and they literally things are worse than when Sin was around. So that's what I kind of hated about it. But then it just showed like, okay, when there's no one around, it also shows humanity. you know, what they're going to be like. I don't think Final Fantasy X-2 is a bad game. I don't think it's a great game. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. I think it's a Final Fantasy that you'll play once. Oh, shit. What did I do then? Did I just reinvert the color? What the fuck? Why is all the colors reverted? Huh? What the fuck happened then? Okay, anyway. Mark him? Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Alright. Okay, Sword of Mana. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what Sword of Mana is. Anyway. Before Crisis. Alright. So if anyone here doesn't know what Before Crisis is, Before Crisis is the Final Fantasy, is the story between Crisis Core and Final Fantasy VII, and it follows the Turks, and it shows them pretty much fighting the Jade weapon in Final Fantasy. It is bad. I have played it. It is bad. It is bad. It's not good. It's not good. You can be the biggest Final Fantasy fan of all time. It's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, we got Final Fantasy. Okay, yep. This played it once. There you go. The Final Fantasy 11 DLCs. What's it called? It's called the It's called Chains of Promethea. Yeah, it's got that boss that like people were like staying up days and days on end. Yeah, it's like lost everything. What's going on? Oh shit. Oh, I fucked me list now. There we go. Crisis. Before Crisis is canon. Yeah, it's all canon. Okay, Dirge of Cerberus. All right. Now look, I love Dirge of Cerberus. You know why? Because I love the story. The gameplay is absolute ass. But it is 100% an RPG that you only play once. It's definitely an RPG. You only play it. You don't need to play it multiple times. You play it once and that's it. It was 4-star page. Okay. It is hands down easily just to play it once. That's it. You don't need to play it multiple times. You don't need to do anything. It's play it once, one and done. See you later. Oh shit. Also, too, thank you, chat. I just want to say too. I just want to take a quick sec. Hands down, I want to say thank you everybody for this month on Twitch. Everybody that's watching on TikTok, everybody watching YouTube, everybody that's watching on Twitch. Thank you for all the subs this month. Right, I'm at the highest sub count I've ever had. The organic views are as high as they've ever been. My views I'm not as high as ever. We're not doing the 1,000 views that we used to do back when we were doing GTA. But I just want to say thank you, everybody. Everybody that's come over from the short form content, everybody that's subbed, everybody that's hung out. And honestly, this last month has like really put a rocket up my ass for streaming and content and whatnot, and especially playing Final Fantasy 14. I've been having a lot of love. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the subs. We're an hour and 20 away before we hit the end of the month. And I know we're pushing for 500. I know we won't get there, but we got to 404 subs. So I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for getting me that many subs this month. Thank you so much. It's been a bit of a dry spell, but I want to appreciate everybody for helping out, and especially for all the questions. It really means a lot. It really, really means a lot. Okay. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so, alright. Final Fantasy... This is Final Fantasy 3, right? So this was the, Okay, this is when they actually re-released... This is when they released 3 over to the West. I would say it is definitely a play-it-once Final Fantasy. It's not great. It's not bad. It's like, meh. And then we got another Final Fantasy 11. Actually, I got told this one was bad. I've never played... Actually, no, this goes into the never play. Actually, I never played that or that. What the fuck am I on about? So, yeah. Final Fantasy 12. Alright, so ones in the chat. Give me some ones in the chat if you like Final Fantasy. Bro, you're in the same time zone as me if your mouth ends in one... Oh, yeah, so yeah, I'm in Australia. I don't care, so... I don't give a shit. One if you like it. You know, you reckon 12 is slop. So for those who tell me, why don't you like 12? I'll be curious to understand why you don't like 12. For me, I think 12 has the best fucking combat system ever. 12 is 14, but bad. I think 12 has the worst story. It has one of the best world building. Like the world of Ivalice story is boring as ass.
I choose to run toward my problems and not away from them.
That's what heroes do.
Because that's what heroes do.
Heroes give 7 gifted subs. Let's go, chat. Let's get some bloody claps in. Thank you, Batty, coming in with a bloody 12 gifted. Okay, so here we go. Dude, thank you so much, man. I bloody appreciate it. Is 2 really your favorite? Shut up, cunt. Who said that? Who said that? It's a fucking meme of me liking 2. Okay, where are we at? So look, I love 12. I reckon 12 has the best combat. I reckon 12 and I'm gonna put it in good. 12. Oh yeah, okay. Here's my issues with 12, right? All the audio sounds like it was recorded over the phone. The story is as exciting as a wet piece of cardboard. There's no redeemable characters except for when Fran is on screen. And Ash. Actually, I don't mind Ash. But when Fran and Ash are on screen. I think the world of Ivalice is fucking incredible. The world building that they put between 12, Tactics Advanced, Tactics Advanced 2, Vagrant Stories, everything tied in Ivalice is so well put together and well crafted. I think it's incredible. The combat is fucking 10 out of 10. I love the combat. The Gambit system, right? The Gambit system is for people that really know how to like work certain scenarios. Like I know you can like customize it and make it easy for yourself, but when you get into that end game shit, if you don't really understand how status effects work, be it like, you know, it could be like passive status effects, it could be like sleep, poison, or debuffs and shit. Like if you don't understand how that works, you're not gonna be good at it. You're not gonna be good at it, alright? It's not perfect. It's by far not perfect. I would not put in the perfect thing. It is a good game. It is a good game, but it is nowhere near perfect. It would, for those, for me, it would sit here, all right? But if I was asked, if I had if I was like locked up in a cave for months and I only had one Final Fantasy to play, I would be picking Final Fantasy 12. Just imagine having no internet. I'd be thinking Final Fantasy 12 because the hunt. Oh my god, the hunt is so fucking good. Hunt is so good. I'm gonna lose credibility from this, but yeah. Chocobo Tales. I've never played Chocobo Tales. Has anybody here played Chocobo Tales? I played Reverent Wings. It's actually not good. I put it in bad. I don't like Reverent Wings. It's just not good. Final Fantasy 1, the PSP version. It's good. It's actually really good. This was the first time I ever played Final Fantasy 1 was on the PSP version. Fucking 10 out of 10. We're at a hype train too, by the way, chat. We have 4 minutes left on a level 3 hype train. Chat, we are just a cool 89 subs. If we can get 89 subs, I'll hit that 500 sub goal. You say less. Fucking let's go. You beauty, Bob's your uncle. But if you don't want to do it, you can tell me to get fucked. But the PSP version, this was really good. Really good. Thank you. Hey! Had a hat, 5 gifted subs. Let's go. I appreciate it, mate. Let's chat. Let's get some love. Let's get some love for Hat with the 5 gifted subs. If you received a gifted sub, please say thank you. Not gonna lie, as soon as the Rex died, I dropped the game when I saw Vaughn. I did play it when I was a kid, so I might go back and play it. Yeah, I mean, Rex... Well, Final Fantasy 12, right? If Rex and Vaughn weren't in the game, nothing would change. Honestly, nothing would change. The reason why Vaughn is a character in that game is because everybody that's in your party understands how the world works. Even Penello, whatever her name is.
Such a
Oni Alpha, let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I bloody appreciate it. Thank you. Bloody brand new subby poo. Welcome in. But Vaughn is like a very important story element. Not every game needs it, but you always need a character that just doesn't understand how the world works. In Final Fantasy X, you have Tidus. He's a dude who supposedly comes from 1,000 years ago, but we all know he's a dream. But he doesn't know how Spira works. So everybody tells him how the world works. and why things are the way they are. And then through Tidus, you learn. In Final Fantasy 12, it's Vaan, right? Everybody tells Vaan how everything works, and Vaan asks the dumb questions. But what's dumb is that Vaan fucking has a say on what's done. He's a dumb cunt. He is. You can just straight say it. All right, we're level 4 hype train. Thank you so much again. Thank you, everybody. I bloody appreciate it. Whew. 83 subs to go. Oh my god. But yeah. There needs to be an audience stand-in so people can be told what's going. Exactly. Thank you. Omnisciently weird. But then, like Sebi, I was talking to Sebi about this. Oh shit. We're beaming. Oh, thank you so much. I nearly spilled my coffee. Dude, chat, let's get some love. Brian just came in with 10 gifted subby poos. Put us a level 6 hype train. Thank you so much, mate. 63 subs to go. Damn it, we could have had a 69 joke there. Thank you so much. Wait. 80, no, 77. No, 73 subs to go. Thank you so much. Dude, thank you, chat. Let's get some... Dude, thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate the hell out of you all. Thank you so much tonight. I need to do tier streams more often. Thank you. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. God damn. You're welcome, mate. No, welcome, my man. No, you're welcome. Thank you for giving me money. Yeah, but with Final Fantasy 7, right? You could... Like, Sebi had a good point. It's like, well, that's not the case for, like, Final Fantasy 7. But I think it is, right? You have Cloud who has, like, a sense of amnesia, so when he kind of goes around the world, he understands how the world works, but we go to a location where, like, there's some places in the world where some of the party members have never been before, but there's always someone there to kind of explain how things are. But if a party member has been there before, they kind of explain the situation to everybody, and they explain it to you. It's really well handled. Final Fantasy 7 is really well written. But where this whole kind of argument comes from is Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 doesn't have any of that. Everybody just says what's happening without actually explaining it. And, like, you'd think, like, oh, maybe Hope, like the little shit kid that fights with a boomerang. No, he doesn't know anything. Like, he seems to know everything, so he's just... Fucking shit. I hate that. Pez, have you ever played the Kingdom Hearts games? Never heard of them. I've never heard of... Do you know who I am? Do you fucking know who I am? Of course I've played them. Yeah, I have played them. I like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I hate 3. 3 is fucking... Ugh. But anyway, dude, thank you. Level 6 hype train, thank you so much. You got us to 427. Oh, 73 subs ago. Thank you so much, chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, anyway, let's go back to this. We have another Final Fantasy 2. Now, this is probably the best of the Final Fantasy 2s, so I'll put that there. I will do this. I'm going to shuffle these around. Yeah. Yeah. Oh! Victoria! Thank you for coming in with the 5 gifted. Chat, let's get some... Damn, look at the love tonight. Thank you so much. 31 subs tonight. Thank you. Chat, you received a gifted sub from Victoria. Make sure you think thank you. How's the book coming along, Victoria? It's good seeing you. I don't know what this one is. What is that? Final Fantasy Rings of Fate. I don't know what that is. I've never played that, so I'm going to be honest. Thank you so much, chat. Let's get some love. All right. Now I think this will start to divide. This will start to divide the community here a little bit. Can I move these? Okay, I'm gonna put you down the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna talk about you a bit later. Thanks. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Going well. That's good to see. That's good to hear, dude. Thank you. We're what are we at? We're at 1 sub away from hitting level 7. All right. All right. So Crisis Core. 1's in the chat if you like Crisis Core. 2's in the chat if you don't like Crisis Core. Don't like it? Well. No, you can disagree with me, but there's reasons why I like 12, and there's a more, like, I don't like this. I hate the story. I think 12's story is worse than Final Fantasy 2's. I think the characters in Final Fantasy 12 are worse than Final Fantasy 2's. But I love the combat. Like, this is a taste maker. Like, I love the combat. Okay? Like, I really love the combat. If the characters were redeemable, I love the world building. I love the history and lore. Like, just so you know, I did a PowerPoint presentation breaking down the whole lore of Final Fantasy 12. I love this game. Chat, we have 20 seconds left on that hype train. 1 sub to go before we hit level 7. Okay, we go. So, but honestly, for me, I'm high and I'm there. I'm there with it, but I pulled it back. All right, thank you for the level. Thank you, everybody. Bloody appreciate you so much. These are the best. 6, 7. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so I'm going to put this in perfect. I think, in my opinion, I think it's better than 8. I think the story is incredible. I actually like the combat. I really like the little side missions. The ending for a video, it's the video game that we didn't know we needed. Like, I don't remember, like, it came out pretty early in internet time. But I don't remember anybody ever wanting this game. And for a character that only appeared for like 5 minutes in Final Fantasy VII, this game touched me so much that I should call the cops. No, it touched me in a place where, like, so you know, chat, my son, I named my son Zach after Zach Fair. Like, I love Final Fantasy. Like, if this was like, if I had to go with my heart, I would put that there. I would put that there. Oh, sorry, I'm going to pull this up. I would put that there. But I'm not going to put it there because I understand that's... I would consider pushing it up there if this was, like, up to me, but I understand that there are fucking games here. And I understand its flaws, but for me, I would create its own tier. Crisis Core deserves to be in the best, but there are things holding it back. Alright, so I haven't played that. Final Fantasy... Is this the After Years? Wait, what is this? Oh no, it's the After Years. Alright. Okay. Alright. So Final Fantasy 4, I will put that in with Final Fantasy 4. Okay, we got to shift these around a little bit. I believe Final Fantasy 5 is better than 4. I'm gonna put you there like that. Practically the same fucking game. Only played once. Yeah, I would put that. I'd switch those two around. Bad. All right. Okay. Cool. Okay. I haven't played that Chocobo dungeon, so I can't comment. This is bad. Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. I know a lot of people say the story's good. It's cool to kind of go back to that world, but this whole episodic gameplay is shit. Oh, Nick. Oh wait, no wait. One sec. Sorry, I gotta check something. Yeah, Nick. Nick, can you tell me who won? Nick, who won the Red Bull event? I gotta know. Were you in Nat's team? So I manage like 3 content creators that were in this event, and I don't know who won. It was a rage bait. I gotta know who won, Nick. I text Nat, but Nat didn't reply to me. Racy's team won. Boo! No, congratulate them. I didn't bet, but I was going for Bubbles' team, and I was going for Nat's team. So I was with her all day. Yeah, I saw you were on her team. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's get back to it. Sorry, chat. Okay. So Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. It's a good game. All right. Okay. What are we at? My Life. I don't know what the fuck that is, so I'll get rid of that. Final Fantasy. What are you? Echoes of Time. I've never. Has anybody played Echoes of Time? I have not played Echoes. I'm showing how much of a fake Final Fantasy fan I am here. I haven't played that. Oh, all right. Has anybody here played Dissidia? Dissidia is good. I have put so many fucking hours. Anyway, I'll continue to lurk, but Nat will surely tell you about the drama. There's drama? Oh, man, I want to know about the drama. Thank you so much. Hopefully it's not bad drama. I'm saying this on stream, but I want to know the juice. I want to know the juice. Dissidia is great. Honestly, do you know what? I'm gonna do something controversial right now. I'm gonna put Dissidia in perfect. The original Dissidia was fucking awesome. It was like, oh man, if I had a Final Fantasy, I can't say if I had a piece of cartilage on my body that could go really hard over a video game when I saw all the characters together, Dissidia was perfect. I as a Final Fantasy fan, it was awesome. I don't like what Dissidia has become, but that Dissidia was perfect. So I'm gonna put it out of all of the Dissidias, that was perfect. Okay, the Four Heroes of Light. That is an RPG you will only play once. Easily, you'll only play once. Final Fantasy. Okay, Final Fantasy 13. Can I get some ones in the chat? Who likes Final Fantasy 13? Now, if you like it, if you hate it, I'm not gonna shit on you. Two. A lot of people don't like it. One. A lot of people. It's a very divided game. There we go. All right. So it has great music. It has okay characters. It has an annoying story. But I believe as a Final Fantasy, as a mainline, you should play it once. I hated it when I finally finished it. I was like, this isn't a Final Fantasy game, because obviously it was so different. But I will say, after I played 10, when I played 13-2 and Lightning Returns, I had so much of appreciation of the overall story for this that I would put it in the category of play once. All right, when a game you can't decide if it's good or it's bad, you're not going to like go back and play it again. I've played it multiple times, but it's a game that you will only play once. If you're not doing content creation, or you do when I do my marathons, I have to play it, right? But it's a game that you'll play once and you're like, oh, I've played it once. And you'll play it a second time if maybe you've forgotten it after like 10 years or so. But I strongly believe it is in the camp of play once. All right, we got Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14. That goes in the bad section, all right? We all know that Final Fantasy 14 1.0 goes in bad, all right? And that's no discussion there. All right. That goes in the bad. That goes in the bad category. Voices of Final Fantasy. That goes into the bad. That game is absolute arse. All right. What do we got here? This is... I don't know what this is. I don't know what you are, so I'm going to put you in I don't know. All right. Okay, what do we got here? Dimensions. I did not like Dimensions. Dissidia. Okay. Dissidia is definitely... So this Dissidia is definitely in the... oh, no, this is part of that. I'll put that in the good. Because I'm pretty sure this is just the DLC characters, right? This is where they add Lightning, and this is essentially the same game, but actually, no, I'll put that in perfect. They added Lightning and Laguna and Tifa in it and whatnot. Final Fantasy 13-2, all right? This will cause a lot of hate, but this game is fucking perfect. This is, in my top 5 Final Fantasy games, this one is usually in it. It sits there. Final Fantasy 13-2 is fucking awesome. If we remember this, if anybody makes a scan joke, fucking shut up, alright? Final Fantasy 13-2 is so good. It's Pokemon. It's just Pokemon. Alright, Final Fantasy... Okay, I've never played that one. Never played it, so I don't know what that is. Theta... Okay, they're good. The theater games are good. Final Fantasy 13. Sorry, Final Fantasy 7, the Steam edition, the Final Fantasy 2013. That goes in the. I'm gonna put it in the good because of the modding community. We would not have this. Hey, Pez, after this, have you heard about the Lego drama? No, I have not. I have not. I would put this in the Yeah, I definitely put this in the what do you call it? In the good section, only because of the modding community. It literally kept the game alive. I don't know what this is, so I'll put you there. What's this one? Final Fantasy All the Bravest. Ugh, that's a bad. Final Fantasy The After Years. It's fucking yeah, bad. What's this? Seekers. Okay, I haven't played. So I'm just going through the ones we haven't played. Final Fantasy Quantum Masters. I haven't played. All right. Okay, let's get back here. Final Fantasy 14. That goes in the perfect. It's good. It's good. It's perfect. Actually, no. Not Realm Reborn. Realm Reborn will go in the good category. It's not perfect. Absolutely not perfect. I kind of want to put 14 in the you'll play once category. Just because Realm Reborn... Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying all of Final Fantasy 14. Realm Reborn. Oh shit. Wait, what happened? Do not tell... Oh my god, my heart. I thought I lost... Oh, no, I did lose a lot of it. Did I? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh. Realm Reborn... I don't think you put Realm Reborn... Like, Realm Reborn is okay, but it's like... It's rough. It's pretty rough. Alright, okay, let's get you back down the bottom here. Okay, Lightning Returns. Alright. Now, I like Lightning Returns, alright? Lightning Returns isn't a bad game, but it's not a good game, alright? Lightning Returns... One of my best streams ever was easily Lightning Returns. But Lightning Returns is a game that you'll play once because you need that. You'll never play it a second time. I'll just say that's true. The timing thing's annoying, but like when I played it, I had a guide. I wanted to when I learned about the time thing, I bought the guide so that way I could fucking just get it one and done, you know? Alright. Okay, Final Fantasy X-2 HD... HD remaster that goes the HD remaster goes in the good simply because so if you don't know the story, chat, they had to rebuild Final Fantasy X from the ground up because they lost all of the original files for Final Fantasy X when they did this, and what they did to Tidus's fucking the character's face was unforgivable. But I would put it at the highest side of good. But they did add the international stuff for those that haven't played it before. But if you lived in Australia, but for me, in Australia, we got the, on the original PS2, we got the Dark Aeons. We got Penance on our PS2 version. So I guess if you live in the US, you didn't get that. So, yeah. Alright, G-Bike, that was shit. That game was just straight up shit. I actually haven't played that one. I haven't played Dimensions. Explorers was like as fun as a fart. Record Keeper is hands down one of the worst. I don't know what you are, but I haven't played you. Brave Exodus. Brave Exodus is actually good. I actually like Brave Exodus. Okay, now I want to know, does anybody here actually like Type 0? Because I feel like Type 0, a lot of people say it's good. I enjoyed it, but I feel like Type 0 is an RPG. You put it in the one. So I would put it in the top of. Actually, I'll put it in the middle. I'll put you like there. I'll put you there because you're mainline. You got to be fucking up there. Yeah. Yeah. So I played like maybe, oh god, I played like 2 hours of Type 0 when it first came out, and I never picked it back up. Like I I remember that, like, it's been so many years. It's probably been like maybe 15 years since I last played it, maybe longer. And I can tell you, I did not fucking enjoy it. Did not enjoy it. Probably not 15 years, like 10 years or something like that. Dissidia, that was bad. That Dissidia was bad. I did not like that. NT, I thought that was ass. All right, Heaven's Ward. All right, so I haven't touched Heaven's Ward yet, so I can't I can't fucking give an answer to that. I don't know what you are. That's oh no, yeah, I'll put you with you. Alright, Mobius, that game is bad. World of Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy Pokemon is a good game. If you ever played Final Fantasy World of Final Fantasy, it is just Final Fantasy Pokemon. Final Fantasy Pokemon. Alright, Final Fantasy 15. Alright. Is straight up going to play, you'll only play once. You'll only play once. The reason why it's only play once, because the launch game was fucking so empty. That once you played it, it's not, I don't think it's bad. I will not say it's bad. But you'll play it once and you'll be one, done, move on, fucking wham bam, thank you ma'am. Just games, or can you expect Advent? Well, I don't think Advent Children that's on here, so it's just the games. All right. A New Empire. What's it? The New Empire was like that mobile game, right? Yeah, that goes bad. Dissidia of Opera Omnia. I do not like that. The Gladios DLC. I put that in the you'll only play once. Because I did not like this DLC. I haven't played Stormblood. Episode Pronto. I actually didn't mind that. But I still put it in there. Final Fantasy 12: The Zodiac Age. That is going to be on the high side of good for me. That is better than the OG version. All right. Then what have we got? Monsters of the Deep. Oh, the fishing game. Yeah, that was ass. Yeah, that was a Final Fantasy 12 fishing game. Final Fantasy 15 Comrades. I never got to play it. It was like the MMO one, Pocket Edition. Never played it. Final Fantasy 9, the Switch version. Okay. It was good. The Switch version was good. Chocobo, haven't played. Episode Arden. That is fucking awesome. It goes. Just solely from the story alone, it deserves a bit. That was such a good DLC. 10 out of 10 DLC. Shadowbringers. I've been told this is like fucking incredible. Final Fantasy, that is bad. That was bad. Final Fantasy 8 Remaster was really bad. War of the Visions. I haven't played that. Okay, I'm gonna leave Remake and Rebirth to the end. We haven't played Dawn Trail. The Pixel remasters. Haven't played that. Okay, all the Pixel remasters, they going good. They all going good. I'm very vocal about how much I love the Pixel remasters. They all going good. I'm not going to talk about them individually because they all going good. And Final Fantasy 6 Pixel remaster goes good. That actually probably, if I was to put them in an order, it would be that. That's Final Fantasy 2. No, you go down there. Ew, we put a Final Fantasy 2 in there. Endwalker, I played. The First Soldier, that was bad. That was a game that is no longer playable. Strangers of Paradise is definitely a game that you play once. I actually like Strangers of Paradise. It was really good. It was really fucking good. The most forced hate. It's not forced hate. It's just, I hate it. It's fucking ass. Chocobo GP. I have played that, and it is good. It is actually really good. I haven't played that one, but I know it's good. We'll hold that over there. I'm going to put Ever Crisis in. Gotta be honest with myself. It was bad. It is bad. I'm not a fan of Ever Crisis. I like that they touched on more of Sephiroth, but it's not good. Echoes. Okay. Rising Tide. Okay. All right. So one of these games here fall into the perfect. All right, and I'll tell you right away, it's not Final Fantasy Rebirth. I mean Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion. I'll tell you, it's not that. Okay. And it's definitely not these two. But Final Fantasy 16. Chat. Where would you guys put Final Fantasy 16? Where would you put it? As low as it can go. Good. Played it once. Perfect. I think 16 was mid. All right. So here's my official stance on Final Fantasy 16. I think Final Fantasy 16 is a good game. It's a good. You can't call it a shit game because from start to finish it is a good game. But it's not a Final Fantasy game. I'm sorry. It's not a Final Fantasy game. It's just not a Final Fantasy game. All right, it is a good game, but it is hands down by far the most non-Final Fantasy game of all. But it's not, for me to call it perfect is an insult. I think for me to call it bad is an insult. I would play it more than once, but I would put this easily above. I would put it. I gotta shift this around a bit. I would put. I'd put it there. I'd put it at the back of good. Like, where's Terrier on this list? That's where I would put it. And then I would put. I didn't like that. I actually didn't like that. I didn't like that. But I did like the Leviathan one. So I'll put it, and that's a play it once fucking DLC. I'll put you like there. All right. All right. Okay. Final Fantasy Remake. Where do we put Final Fantasy Remake? Now, this is where you're going to be like, oh, Pez, blah, blah, blah. Now, I understand the flaws of this game. I understand it's not the remake we wanted, but if I stop and think, when I played it from start to finish, did I enjoy it? I did. I fucking loved playing it. I've probably played Remake probably 5 or 6 times. I think the music is fucking stunning. I think the scene when you're climbing up the destruction up to the upper plate and looking back over the destruction of Midgar is one of the most beautiful, horrific scenes I've ever seen. I think it's stunning. I think the voice actors are really... Oh, shit, what did I do? I think the voice actors are really well done. I'm not a fan of the combat. Just straight up, not a fan of the combat. Okay? I don't like that they added the whispers. I don't like I don't like... There's a lot of things in there I don't change, but as a video game, I love that they expanded on certain stuff. One of the things I really liked about Remake, right, was after you bomb the reactor... You know, in the original Final Fantasy, right? After you bomb the reactor, you see that scene where, like, there's Aerith, like, standing, like, in the middle of, like, the destruction, and people are running over. They bump her over, and Cloud walks up, and she's like, "Oh, do you want a flower? Oh, yeah, thank you. All right, see you later." And you don't see any of the fucking aftermath of the destruction and the shit they've done. And it's not until, you know, you're at the Gold Saucer a bit... No, it's not until, like, on the second disc... When, what do you call it? When the diamond weapon is attacking Midgar, that Barrett's like talking shit. He's like, "Oh, this is a big W, you know, like fucking oath. Like, this is awesome that Midgar's gonna get wiped out." But then he's like, "Oh, what about all the people? Blah. What are you gonna fucking do?" And then Kate Sif turns around and says to Barrett, he's like, "Oh, did you fucking think about that when you were blowing up reactors nearby civilians and sort of stuff like that?" And it's like, yeah, fucking, like, there was like. That game straight up ignored, like, straight up terrorism. Eco-terrorism. very lightly. But in Final Fantasy Remake, you had like a lot more like walking around, the music, seeing people like, oh my god, I don't know if I can get home. I can't call my son. Like, what's happening? Are we in danger? Is Wutai attacking? It's like, I love that. I think it did a fucking amazing job. I think it did an amazing job. And like the extended like issue on like the extended like extended time we get with like Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge, like them dying in the original game really fucking messed me up as a kid. Like I got really sad when they died. So you love me or hate me, but I think Remake, ignoring that it is not a true standalone, I think it is a fucking, from start to finish, I had a fucking blast. I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say I enjoyed it. I love Final Fantasy just as much as the next guy, and I love Final Fantasy VII more than anything. But I would be lying to myself if I said that this was just a good game. I thought it was perfect for everything at its time. But let's get down to the real topic at hand, which is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, there is a lot of cringe moments in there. I don't like what they did what they did to Red 13. I don't like what they did to the Aerith scene at the end. I don't like how they handled it. I don't like all the added, multiverse bullshit. I did like when Zack. There was a moment. Oh, they fucking destroyed Dines. They butchered Dine. Like it's criminal what they did to Dine. That whole Gold Saucer section, like the Corral Desert, was easily the worst part of the game. I didn't like the singing lady in what do you call it, in Nibelheim, the one that Sebi always pushes every 5 minutes, and I thank him for doing it because that is a bad scene. I don't like all of the singing and dancing at the Gold Saucer when you get there. It's crazy how everybody it's like a High School Musical. Everyone just happens to be a good dancer. Sid isn't Sid, I don't like that he doesn't smoke. There's a lot of things in that game I don't like. Did I enjoy it? I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I would be saying, I'd be lying if I didn't, but I also did put the game down and not pick it up for a few weeks because I was just like a little burnt out on it. I like all the side content. I like all the extra content in it. I'm not complaining that I got too much game for my money. And I straight up, I was sponsored to stream this game on launch, and I've been sponsored to promote this game before, and I will promote it. It's Final Fantasy. I'll promote anything Final Fantasy because I fucking love Final Fantasy, except for Final Fantasy 2. But in saying that, the things I love about it is that I love any excuse to revisit the world of Final Fantasy VII. I loved walking around the grasslands. I loved walking around Calm. Like you'd be lying to yourself if you didn't think walking around the city of Calm was like nice and cozy. Like listening to people talk, the chatter, like it was like fucking, it was nice. It was just nice walking around Calm. Like walking, like the climb up to Cosmo Canyon actually felt like, I loved the Cosmo Canyon area was fucking beautiful. I hated the addition of those two the two weapons, the two like whale looking weapons. I thought that was weird. I don't like one thing that really bothered me is that they changed the locations of the ancient temple, the Temple of the Ancients. It's like wasn't down south, it's now up north, right near the city of the Ancients. Makes sense, it's kind of all in one area. But it kind of bothered me that it was that really bothered me. And one thing that really bothered me is that the old car, when you like that scene when you walk into Nibelheim and then like Tifa's like there's the old car and there's the post office, whatever. The old car isn't in Nibelheim. But it is a good game. It is a good game. It's just not the game we wanted. But I'd be lying if I said it was a bad game. All right, there are issues with it, but I'd be lying if it said it was a bad game. Oh, we got a bit of a blank spot there, chat. Pez, from 1 out of 10, should I get Final Fantasy Rebirth? 10, you should get it. Play it. If you like Final Fantasy, play it. And make your own. Don't listen to anybody else. When it comes to games, don't listen to anybody else. Just play a game and make your own decision. If there's a game you want to play and someone goes, "Oh, don't play it because of this reason and that reason and this reason," that, like, fuck them. Play whatever you want. Like, honestly, like, don't listen to reviews. Especially, we learn we can't fucking trust IGN these days. Literally, just play what you want. Just be honest to yourself. If you like something, fucking like something. And just if someone has influence over you saying, oh, you know, this is game shit, blah, 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 fuck them. Play what you want. Like, you're an individual. You're allowed to play your own games. And then, Final Fantasy Tactics is hands down the perfect fucking game. I know, is the best. In my opinion, Final Fantasy Tactics is the best. I'm not going to play Final Fantasy 2 because of your review. Yeah, well, don't listen to me. What do I know? But don't play Final Fantasy 2. I come back to anyone hasn't watched Final Fantasy 7, Advent Children. Yeah, Advent Children's a good movie. It's an enjoyable movie, you know. Not like Spirits of Ian. That's not a good movie. I respect your choice. So here's the reason why. So when I first played Tactics, I didn't... Okay, sorry, we got the worst song for this. It's fucking going nuts with this. I think Final Fantasy Tactics is one of the most replayable games of all time. I think it is one of the best strategy games. I think it is one of the most customizable Final Fantasy games of all time. I think the story is perfect. It is my favorite story in the Final Fantasy universe. Easily close behind Final Fantasy VII. The reason why I like the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. I think standalone games, Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy VI are the best. But there's not one aspect of Final Fantasy Tactics I don't like. I could pick it up and start it any day and have a blast. You know? And like, I loved when you'd soft lock yourself and you're like, fuck. Then you're like, okay, I gotta go back and try to get better. Like, there's so, like, the first time you soft locked yourself, who did I lock soft lock? Against Waygraph when he turned into like the Zodiac dude, the summon, and you get fucking that one-on-one fight. It was just like, man, the feeling of accomplishment in that game when you actually overcome a fight. Whew, I'm lying to myself if I said it wasn't good. Lying to yourself if you said it wasn't good. It was a good fucking game. But anyway, chat, what do you feel of my Final Fantasy Tactics list? So for the best, we have Final Fantasy Tactics. In perfect, we have 6, 9, 7, 10, Crisis Core, 13, 2, 8, Dissidia DLC 1.0, whatever it's called, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. In good, we have 10, 2, 10, 2 HD Remaster, 12 Zodiac Age, Rebirth, Crisis Core Reunion. The reason why it's not up there is because they changed the voice actor on Zack. 5, 1, 4, Episode Arden, 4, whatever edition this is, Tactics Advanced, 12, the original release, Final Fantasy 1, the PSP release, Chocobo Racing, Tactics Advanced 2, Theoretica, actually I'm going to put that at the back, Final Fantasy 7, the 2013 version, Brave Exodus, Final Fantasy 7, World of Final Fantasy 7, Nintendo Switch version of Final Fantasy 9, Pixel Remastered of 6, 5, 1, 4, 3, Chocobo GP, Final Fantasy 16, the other theater thingamajiggy. Then what have we got? We got we'll only play it once. Is Final Fantasy 15. If the Windows edition was here, it would be in good. The Windows edition is good. All right. Episode Gladios, episode Pronto. They don't have episode what's his name? Ignis. Episode Ignis would be up in good too. That was really sad how he lost his eyes. 9 is up in perfect. What have we got? So 13, 3, Mystic Quest, Chocobo Dungeon, 11, 10, 2, Lightning Returns, 0, 0, Dirge of Cerberus, Rising Tides from 16, Final Fantasy 3, The Four Heroes of Light, Realm Reborn 2.0, Strangers of Paradise. Now we're in the bad. Final Fantasy Adventure, Ever Crisis, Crisis Core, Reverent Wings, The After Years, Final Fantasy 4, The After Years, Final Fantasy 14 1.0, Voice Fantasy, whatever that is, The After Years, G-Bike, Explorers, Book. If there was a worst here, that'd go down. Okay, I'm not going to go over the ones we haven't played, but then in the worst tier of all, we have Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 2, followed by Final Fantasy 2, And then bringing it home with Final Fantasy 2. I should print that out and get it on my wall. Let me yeah, I'm gonna save that. And anyway, I'm gonna save that. Fuck, we've been going for a while. I'm gonna download that image. Okay, I'm gonna put that on Discord. But yeah, it's a respectable list. You know, if you can disagree with some stuff, but you have a TikTok? I do have a TikTok. You're literally fucking talking to me on TikTok. What do you think? You said that on TikTok. But anyway, welcome in. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, I was gonna play 14 tonight, but it's getting pretty late, honestly. But yeah, we'll chat for a little bit. But yeah, is there anything else? Is anybody else? L list. L, you don't like my list? But anyway, what would one of those games need to do to overtake Tactics? Oh shit. Oh, fucking give me money. I think. In my opinion, a game to overtake Final Fantasy would have to be. Like, as much as I like turn-based combat, right? But everybody gets this. When you play an RPG, right? When you play an RPG, after a while, like, random encounters and combat just gets fucking boring, you know? Like, it just gets, like, you can have the best story ever, but then you gotta, like, grind, you gotta, like, push through shit combat to get to the next story. A lot of, like, there's so many RPGs I played as a kid that I fucking hated the combat, but I love the world, I love the story and the characters. I just wanted to know what happened next. And there are times, I remember there was times even playing like Final Fantasy 8, 7, 9, shit, you just like fucking over random encounters. It was just like so painful. If there was an RPG that came out that like the combat was so perfect that I just didn't give a shit how many times I got hit with a random, it was just so fun. I think that would take over it, you know. But it's hard. There's just this magic about Final Fantasy Tactics that I just can't escape. It's just so fucking good, you know. And like the side content and the just customization of it, like you can really customize your experience of Final Fantasy. Does Ogre not count? Nah, because it's not a Final Fantasy game. Tactics Ogre was, you know, before what's his face joined Square, before like Sakaguchi played Tactics Ogre, and he's like, "Hey, come make a Final Fantasy for us." So, I mean, I would actually put Vagrant Story in here more than I would Ogre. Like Vagrant Story, literally is part of it. Not a Final Fantasy game, but Shadow Hearts 1 and 2 are absolute. Yeah, I think Shadow Hearts 2 is in my top 5. These are my top 5 RPGs of all time, right? Number 1 is Breath of Fire 3. Now, that is a personal choice, and because it means something to me as a person. Like, it actually is a part of my life. It affected a big part of my life in a positive way. Then I would say Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 7. Then I would say... Then I would say Shadow Hearts 2. And then for 5th place, I would put... What would I put? Probably like Breath of Fire 4. You know? Probably in there. And I think in my top 10... Actually, I don't want to go over my top list, whatever, you know. Anyway, but yeah. Honestly, the joke is better than coming from a mod anyway. What's this? What's this? What the fuck are you talking about? But yeah. I was going to do 14 tonight, but I'm not sure if I will. It's getting pretty late. But yeah, we're getting like half an hour until midnight. Breath of Fire 3 is what got me into RPGs. First game I ever owned was a PS1. Music in the game was good. I know, it's so good. I got the fucking... A few years, like maybe like I want to say like maybe 15 years ago, right? When I was an electrician, I was playing on my Vita, my PS Vita. I was playing Breath of Fire 3 and I finished it, and then I was like, I got really obsessed with the music again, and then I was looking in the credits, and I saw the name. I saw the name of the composer. It starts with A. What's the name? She also did Mega Man. Breath of Fire 3 composer. Akari Kaeda. I looked her up on Facebook. I saw her on Facebook, so I sent a friend request. I was like, no one's gonna see. She's not accept. Then she fucking accepted it. I was like, say what? And she's like, oh hi. I go, oh hi. I'm so sorry to add your friend here. I thought it was like and I just pulled the bullshit. I was like, oh, I thought it was like a fan page. She goes, oh, that's, and she's like, oh, that's fine, you know. And she goes, then she said, I think she goes to me. Oh no, I said something like, I go, anyway, so I just recently played Breath of Fire 3 again, so I want to love your music. You can unfriend me if you want. I said, I live in Australia, so I really love it. And then she goes, oh, I've been to Australia a few times. Like, I studied music in like blah, blah, blah. And she said she had been to like, I won't say the suburb, but she said a suburb, which I actually fucking lived in at one period. And I was like, no way. I said, I'm actually from there. And then we got talking, and then, yeah, then she followed me on Twitter, and yeah, then that's it. You know, I don't really check her Facebook anymore. I don't know if we're still friends on Facebook, but I was like, I had butterflies. I was so excited. nerdy shit, I know. Yeah, that was really a long time. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. Another great RPG is 7. I've never played that. I've never played that. I love Wild Arms. I think Wild Arms is fucking 10 out of 10. Like, I love Wild Arms. I never get enough of Wild Arms. I think Wild Arms soundtrack nearly rivals Breath of Fire. But yeah, but I am enjoying playing Suikoden. I am enjoying Xenogears. I gotta go back and play Xeno. I gotta finish Xenogears before we do this marathon, because if we don't finish Xenogears, we're never gonna finish this marathon. If we never finish Xenogears before the marathon, we're never going back to it. But I also want to. All right, got ahead. No worries, mate. Thanks for hanging out. I bloody appreciate it. But if we don't finish, Xenogears before the marathon, I won't come back to it. But I want to play Trails in the Sky, first chapter, before the second chapter comes out, because I was enjoying it, but the story was just. I've never wanted to reach into the screen and choke a character out, you know. Yeah. But other than that, chat, I think we might call it there. Honestly, it was a good stream. We just chatted for close to 3 hours, but yeah. I'm probably going to go lay in bed and keep playing Mirror the Hollower. I've been really loving Mirror the Hollower, but yeah, I really appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Thanks for the Sunday Confessions. If you want to submit some questions, or you want to have some topics for next week's Sunday Confessions, please throw them in Discord. Just at me, say, hey Pez, here's my Sunday Confessions. From any channel, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, let's see if we can raid anyone, actually. If there's anyone worth raiding. Alright, I reckon... I don't know who I'm gonna raid. I reckon we just raid Quisty again. Alright, Sarah. Alright, Sarah. Alright, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Hope you have an amazing weekend. Oh, week, or whatever. But I'll see you back tomorrow night for... probably Xenogears, or... no, probably Final Fantasy 14. I'll play Final Fantasy 14. Until then, chat. Love you all. Appreciate you all, and have a good one. Bye.